each and any forest having their own typical fauna and flora. Depending on climatic conditions, the forests have been divided into tropical forest, evergreen forest, subtropical forest, and temperate forest. Depends on the climatic conditions. The evergreen tropical forest have broad leaves trees uh, with irregular leaf fall. The temperate uh, deciduous forests are dominated by pines with needle-like leaves because uh, to avoid water through evaporation, if temperature is heavy, much amount of water is evaporated through respiration of the plant at the same time to temperature through leaves. Hence, that kind of forest leaves having needle-like leaves, small leaves. At a lower level of such forests are found only shade-tolerant plants such as fern and shrubs. The other forms of tropical evergreen forests are vines and epiphytes. So it depends on the climatic condition how they can survive easily, even though if there is less rainfall and then whatever it may be. So these are the tropical forest you can see observed. This is the deciduous forest. Deciduous. I mean here continuously leaves are measure. I mean here leaf fall, irregular leaf fall. Whenever many times throughout year leaf is falling. Then here coniferous, they're temperate forest. Depends on the climatic conditions, forest and then plants and their biome is vary. But whatever it may be, components of the forest ecosystem is two types, abiotic components and biotic components. Broad, their names individual will be changed, but broadly components are two types. Biotic components we are dividing into biotic and then abiotic components. Abiotic components in the forest is, I mean, minerals present in the soil, forest floor is rich in dead and decaying organic matter. Because number of dead leaves, I mean, dead leaves are there. That dead leaves will be decayed through decomposes, and then organic matter is rich. Soil is highly fertile. Temperature, climatic conditions, all are coming from the abiotic. Biotic component. In the biotic components, producers, consumers, decomposers are there. But in the forest ecosystem, the producers are major functions. Plants are mainly trees, some shrubs, ground vegetation, etc. Consumers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers as we discussed. Primary consumers are herbivores, ants, flies, beetles, leaf hoppers, bugs, spiders, etc. Depends on the forest. Secondary consumers, snakes, birds, lizards, fox, wolf, like that, which are feeding on herbivores. Tertiary consumers, the top carnivores like lion, tigers, etc. Decomposers of the forest ecosystem as like in other ecosystem are the bacteria, fungi. But these organisms obtain energy to carry on the life functions by breaking down the organic compounds of dead organic matter and organic waste. So in the forest ecosystem, producers are mere plants. Here, as a abiotic component, water, soil, temperature, everything is there. Biotic components, producers are plants. Consumers are primary consumers and secondary consumers. Here, biotic and abiotic components mainly how energy will be converted from biotic to abiotic. Suppose here trees are there, undestroyed plants are there, animals. So these plants are eaten by animals, trees, animals and people. Some leaves are falling, dead leaves, dry leaves. These comes into the forest floor. Leaves falling, plants drying. These comes into the forest floor. And from here, what is happening? With the decomposers, nutrients leaching into soil. So whenever decomposers are completely degrading all these dead matter, dead organic matter, everything comes into the soil. This soil, from these soil nutrients, roots are taking up water and nutrients by the trees, everything. This is from here. Here soil is there, soil having no life. They are only abiotic components, organic matter, minerals, everything. But trees having life. These nutritions, abiotic components flowing, abiotic components are used by trees, producers. Then these are releasing energy for animals and people. I mean, human being and animals, living beings. On that, some amount of energy is wasted, evapotranspiration, everything. Some water is, from here, water is coming from rain, precipitation. Energy, major energy source is the sunlight, energy. So like this, energy is flowing. Energy neither created nor destroyed, but it is converting, it is changing, flowing from biotic to abiotic, abiotic to biotic. Everything is, forest ecosystem is very, very important. We have to conserve the forest ecosystem. Why we have to conserve the forest ecosystem? Forest is playing vital role in for balancing environment. See the situation. See, imagine, you can see forest ecosystem. Soil will protect. Whenever soil is protected, prevent water and soil erosion. Photosynthesis, through photosynthesis, increasing organism production. At the same time, with the photosynthesis, it is releasing oxygen by absorbing carbon dioxide, also preparing good food. Then with windbreak and sand fixation, pollutants decomposition, forests are major sinks to pollutions, carbon dioxide fixation and oxygen release, conserve wild animals and birds, biodiversity. Then while conserving wild animals and birds, decrease diseases and pests. Whenever forest vegetation is decreasing, with that only there is a lot of diseases will be spread to the human beings. Hence, we have to conserve the forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem. Nutrient cycling, climate regulation, water conservation, add leaves and grass, increase the soil humus, everything. Hence, we have to conserve the forest ecosystem. Otherwise, everything will be destroyed. So, for healthy forest ecosystem, so uprated pyramid of pyramid of biomass should be here. Pyramid of energy also. Like this. Produces number also more. At the same time, produces biomass and the energy should be more when compared to primary consumers, herbivores. Further, it has to be decreased to secondary consumers. Next, tertiary consumers. Uprated pyramid. Uprated pyramid uprated pyramid of biomass and uprated pyramid of energy should be. Maintain the healthy forest ecosystem. So, food chain, food web. So, whenever biodiversity is maintaining, there is no problem to the next trophic level things. Otherwise, if there is no uprated pyramid of uprated pyramid of biomass, food web, food chain also disturbed. Food chain and food web also disturbed. So this is food web in forest ecosystem. Major producers are plants. Primary consumers are goat, rabbit, mouse, like that. Grasshopper, birds, like some of the various things. Secondary consumers, carnivores, jackal, wild cat, owl, snake. Tertiary consumers are lion, kite, like that. So a balanced ecosystem, forest ecosystem should be easily maintained food chain and food web without disturbing. But everything in each trophic level having maintain the balance. Suppose sometimes we are thinking what is the use to us with tertiary consumers like lion, kite, tiger, like that. But they are controlling the forest. They are controller the forest ecosystem. They conserve the forest ecosystem. Otherwise, if there is no tertiary consumers, lion, kite, and like that, tiger, like that, secondary consumers population will be more. If secondary consumers population is more, what will happen? Producers population will be decreased due to canopy loss, everything. Hence, actually tertiary consumers are controller of the forest any ecosystem. They has to maintain their number for good, healthy, balanced ecosystem. So you can see, you can listen my video link, whatever already I uploaded. One tiger or one lion can conserve one river. Has to note it down. In that, I discussed and described elaboratedly regarding importance of tertiary consumers. Importance of tertiary consumers in any ecosystem. In any ecosystem. This is the forest ecosystem, the function of the forest ecosystem.